So if you guys have been keeping up with my channel, you guys know I'm kind of concerned for the future regarding digital versus physical copies. I just don't get why we can't have options out there. Remember that video I did a couple weeks back regarding Xbox and the future of Xbox? And in that video, I said there was a poll done in 2017 that said most console gamers prefer physical copies over digital. Well, not gonna lie, turns out I was wrong. Actually, not necessarily. So there was data shown that said 70% of gamers buy their games digitally compared to physically. And when I heard that, bro, it felt like I got shot in the chest, dog. Oh my God, it was so disappointing. I was like, damn, I didn't think it was that bad. Jesus Christ. Yo, what's good? You already know I'm Kenwall, and I'm gonna keep this video real short for you guys. I wanna get straight to the point. We're gonna talk about why I think we should just be a little worried about buying games digitally all the time. I want to set some things straight. I'm not trying to divide us. I'm not trying to make physical owners seem better than digital owners. I don't care about that. I don't want to do that. I'm just pointing stuff out. I buy games digitally. Let me repeat that. I buy games digitally. I buy both. I'm saying that there should still be an option for both. Don't cut out physical copies. That's all I'm saying. No one's better than the other. I don't like that. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to point out what I could see wrong in the future with everything going digital. That's all I'm saying. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get it. Recently, Activision took down a couple games. Their licensing agreement ended, and the games that got my attention were, obviously they're not big games. It was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. And thank God I have the physical copies for those games, but you will never be able to buy those games again, because now unless you have a old game store or GameStop has it, you won't be able to buy a physical copy of that and play the game. So that's my first problem with it. And I think we all need to just be cognizant of that, because games that we've played can just be taken from us, just like what Thanos did to Vision's mind gem. Just straight yank that Johns out, bruh. Nah, but seriously, I get it. These games didn't have that much of an impact. They weren't that big at the time when they came out in the first place, but it happened so low key under the radar. No one knew what was going on. It just happened. And that is my #1 issue with just making everything go digital. We need both just in case that happens. Like on Steam, I can't play some of my games because their licensing agreement has run out. And that's the reason why I don't really like the Stadia or the discless Xbox One that they're coming out with in a few months, because that can happen. And this is the most important part of today's video, and that is, when we buy these games digitally, we don't own them. We're like on borrowed time with these games. For example, let's just say Sony all of a sudden removes the digital library of PS4 games from the PlayStation Store and closes the PS4 network, but you still have a PlayStation 4 console. You will of course be able to go onto your console and play any disc-based games and any games you've digitally downloaded that are still on the console, as long as it still continues to work, right? Cool. But now let's propose this. There are games that you've downloaded but now deleted, because you know, that's what we do. We need to make room. We don't have an infinite amount of space on these consoles. So we hop back on the console and start deleting games, cause that's what niggas do. So you do all that, and then you go to the game and it's not allowing you to install it. That is because there's no network. There's nothing there anymore. The only way you'd be able to access that is through a physical copy, which you don't own. And that's what's very disappointing about all of this. And I know Sony or Microsoft could re-release those games backwards compatible, but not every game is going to be backwards compatible. And as gamers, we shouldn't be in the mercy of publishers and these third parties to play our games when we spend $60 on it. We're living in the age where everything is subscription-based model. Look at Netflix. Those movies don't last. Obviously won't be that fast where they'll just be taken off, but they're not going to last forever. And that's what I'm saying. Physical and digital, we need both because they both provide something that the other does not. Obviously, I know shit can go wrong with a physical copy. We've all had scratched discs, misplacing the game. Shit, games could have gotten stolen from you. I get it. That can still happen with physical copy of the game. All I'm saying is if you keep good care of it, you should be able to come back to the game anytime you want and play it and not worry about that other stuff like you not being able to play it if you bought it digitally. Like what everyone says about it, what if your network goes down, your internet goes down? You won't be able to install the game digitally. That's another reason why physical copies provide something new and something that digital can't always provide. And that's why we need both, because it creates
as all things should be.
But yeah, guys, definitely consider if you buy a lot of games digitally, definitely try just going to GameStop or Target or whatever and buying a few games physically. I get it, that won't offset the ratio or whatever, but it will still show that people still buy physical games and there's a need for physical games. I don't think physical games should just be erased. There's no reason why that should happen because there still is a need. If there's a need for something, then I don't think something should be removed. And I get it, physical owners are in the minority, but the points we bring up is something gamers, we should all really heavily consider because that could happen to us and I just don't think that's fair. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, follow my Instagram where I post gaming news on Mondays, just gaming related stuff throughout the week. Please follow. Thank you guys for watching again. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.